Um, I keep forgiving myself for things that I could have done differently, not knowing in that moment the impacts that it would have. And I think that's something that all of us struggle with, is the self-forgiveness and forgiving others. But it always starts with forgiving yourself first, because if you don't forgive yourself, then and know that feeling of forgiveness, then how are you going to forgive anybody else? You'll just keep resenting yourself and resenting them, hating yourself and hating them. You know, um, it's and I know there's sayings about, like, you have to treat yourself the way that you want people to treat you. If you don't know how to love yourself, how could you know that you love somebody else? If you don't know how to forgive yourself, how do you know how to forgive somebody else? I think a lot of times there's a disconnect between those two, especially if we're taught like self-sacrifice. Because then it's always like, well, forgiveness is for everybody else, not me. And I know that I was stuck in that a long time too. Is everybody else gets a million chances, not me. Everybody else gets a million do-overs, not me. I have one shot and that's it. And then if I fail, then I'm abandoned. And I know for me personally, that kept me in a fight or flight mode of, when somebody puts expectations on you to never ever be upset, to never be disagreeable, to never argue, to never, that puts the expectation on you to be perfect and to be whatever it is that they need you to be perfectly. And I know for me, especially over the past year, I've been more realistic of, like, I can't do that. I can't be